Hello Cherries, my name is Jerry Cherry, welcome to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed the guitar solo to Power of Love from Huey Lewis and the News and guitarist Chris Hayes. Now let me show you how to play the solo, but real quick, if you enjoyed this video, please tap the like button, hammer on the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. Thank you. Alright, first let me show you the chord progression. So we're in C minor, and the riff goes like this, just like the verses. Alright, so basically the whole solo is over that progression. And it's a C minor. You're only playing the, the power chord of it. Then it goes to an E flat to an F. So you have C minor, E flat, and F. C minor, E flat, and F. So really it's the C minor pentatonic scale. This whole solo is based around that scale, as well as the Dorian scale. Because really with a C minor, with an E flat, and with an F, it's really based around like the 2. So really like the riff is kind of in Dorian, C Dorian. Which is like an E flat, B flat. So really it's a Dorian feel, especially when he goes into riffs that are like, we're hitting the 6th, the major 6, with a minor. So the first riff goes like this. And you're basically bending up over the C minor to, here's the C, you're bending up to the 5th. Very popular in the minor pentatonic scale. Right? So you're bending up, very common blues riff. One thing you want to really make sure of is that you're bending up perfectly in tune from the F note to the G note, 13th fret to the 15th fret. You do that by hitting the G and then bending up the F to the G, trying to match the pitch. Because part of learning these solos is, of course you learn the solo so you could play it with the song with people, but also to try to internalize and try to really kind of make it your own and use these same licks and riffs in your own song and playing. By mastering these bending techniques, you'll just get better and better and better at it, because it's a famous guitar solo and it worked for this song, so it'll work for you. Okay, so the second part of the riff goes, you're bending once again from the F to the G, and then attacking it as it goes down. So you have a, it's on the 13th fret, back down to the 13th fret, to the 11th fret, 13th fret. So it's all in the C minor pentatonic position. You know that. Okay. And you hit a C note. Right here on the 10th fret. I'm basically sliding it in on the D string from the 8th fret to the 10th fret. So far we have. So the next part of the riff goes like this. Okay, so the first part, you're going down the pentatonic, actually going down the blues scale. Basically, the blues scale is like the minor pentatonic, only you're adding the flat 5, which is that note right there. It's really subtle the way he bends back up from this 4th, from this note to the 5th here. On the 8th fret to 9th fret. You might think that he might even bend it. the next part goes. And that I'm starting on the 11th fret. Basically, I'm starting on the E flat of the C minor pentatonic, where the pentatonic scale is like this. Starting on the E flat note. Just going right up the minor pentatonic scale. And then bending up the F to a G, which is the 4th to the 5th. I like to refer to things as the intervals, the 4th to the 5th. It's just the blues, it's just the pentatonic scale. So you're going up the scale starting on the 3rd degree here. Bending up in tune. It's very important that you match this G with the F that you're bending up to the G. So you're going. And then one more time like that. Almost like what you did up top here on the higher strings, on the E string. So it's bending up and then then letting it fall down and then bending up again real quick. Up, attack it. And then the next riff goes like this. So the first part of that is basically you're going on the 8th fret to the 10th fret on the D string, all within the C minor pentatonic scale. And then bending up once again. There's a lot of this. The F to the G. But this one bends a little bit slower. It's like, I really kind of listen to that and really just dig in a little bit to that one. And then classic blues riff right here, where you're taking it, you're going. Just like that. You're playing the G, C, B flat, G, F, G. On the 8th fret B string, 8th fret E string, 11th fret B string, 8th fret on the B string again, 10th fret G string. Then you're going. Just a little like micro bend here, not all the way up. But the F bent up just a little bit. Right? Then once you're done with that, you go. You're going on the 10th fret G string, the F note, E flat, C, B flat. All within the pentatonic scale here. So nothing's really crazy. Right? So once again. And you continue down that pattern of the pentatonic scale. Which is a cool blues riff right there you could apply to other licks and riffs. So right there you're going on the 8th fret, G string, 10th fret of the D string, 8th fret of D string, and the 10th fret of the A string. And the final riff is right there. C note, the B flat, G, F, E flat. All notes of the minor pentatonic. You're just going right down the scale. Right? So the whole riff so far is. When you land on this E flat, that's when you go back up. You ascend back up the scale. So you got. And that riff right there, you're just going. Once you bend this up, I'm going to hit it again. You're going to let it kind of fall. Kind of like you're falling down the stairs there. I'm kind of letting it just. But I'm also kind of shaking it a little bit. If you can get that out there, do it. If you can't, just let it glide down slowly. And the next riff, it's a really cool blues riff. It goes like this. Okay. And what you're doing there is you're going on the G string, 8th and 10th fret, to the B string on the 8th fret, which is the E flat to F to a G. You're doing like this double stop here. We're playing both notes on the 8th fret, on the 8th fret, E string and B string. First time you attack it, it's just a double stop. These two notes, the G and the C. It's like, and then real quick, you're bending up the F to the G, so you got a, a very classic Chuck Berry type of riff. While you're holding this, you're kind of digging into, trying to hit both of these notes. You don't have to go all the way up, because it's really fast. You're kind of just going, just digging into it. It's kind of like a micro bend. And that riff you're hitting, that's where the Dorian thing kind of comes in, because you're hitting this major 6. So you have a. Right here, you're taking both notes, double stops, on the B, on the G and the B string, on the 10th fret and the 8th fret. Going back and forth. This time I'm bending it up a little bit. Just a little, like micro bends. I'm not bending it all the way up to here. Just bending it up a little bit. So that whole riff sounds like this. Then you go into the final part where you do a, it goes like this. Do a little bit slower. Just like total Chuck Berry riff. There's 4 of them, 4 times. And then. So that's it. So you got a double stop here. Double stop, bend it up, down to the C, A string, 10th fret, D string, 8th fret. That's the whole solo. Have fun with it. If you want to go further in this style of playing, I recommend checking out my guitar course called the Essential Skills Collection for Guitar. In the course, I go over 3 main topics: fretboard memorization, where I show the easiest way possible to memorize all the notes all over the neck. I go over the circle of fifths, where you'll understand how notes and chords work together. In that circle lies all of music. And last but not least, playing the blues. And that's where all your soul and feel come from. So if you're interested in that course, I have a link in the description. Please check it out. Thank you. I also go live on this channel every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I usually play a song or create some loops while applying some useful theory and scales. So please tune in. I'd love to chat with you. Here's a question for you. What's your favorite song by Huey Lewis and the News or solo from Chris Hayes? Let me know in the comment section. And remember, be cool, be kind, and be cherry. And if you want to learn more 80s guitar solos, check out this video right here. I will see you there.